It's undeniable. There's a new energy at the Rochester Area Chamber of Commerce. 2015 can be characterized as a season of change and transition at the Chamber. There is new leadership, new staff, even new offices. More than that, there's a new direction at the Chamber, and that direction is all about harnessing the energy of all of its members to build a better Rochester. The Chamber organizes its efforts around 3 pillars of service: membership, advocacy, and workforce development and education. Membership serves to connect members to each other through networking opportunities like AM Espresso and speed networking, and events like the annual golf outing and member celebration.
If you were to ask the majority of our members why they join the Chamber of Commerce, they will tell you it's the networking opportunities. And so truly getting their business off the ground is what's paramount to them.
Networking is really important in my role. I need to be able to know who the community leaders are, how we can be effective partners within the community with our business. And then also, I get a pulse on what's happening business-wise.
The golf tournament to me, I think, shows the fun that our members can have with each other. There was certainly a lot of networking to be done, but my big takeaway from that event was the fun that everybody had.
It's a very busy time for everybody, and we say, I don't care, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna, it's a treat to those who get to play. Real perk, really made a couple of my staff members days, months this year when I sent them instead of me.
I have 2 events that are my favorite. One is AM Espresso, and the other one is Business After Hours, and they're very related. One's just kind of early morning, one's in the evening. And the reason for that is I can have one-on-one with whoever's there. We have folks show up, 90 to 120 people, business owners, and I'm able to go one-on-one with them, talk to them. Quite often they express concerns about our business. I'm able to resolve their concerns. Otherwise, I'm able to network and build upon relationships that I have there.
The Ambassador Chamber program is an outstanding group of people. These 30-plus volunteers do incredible work, and I couldn't really imagine this Chamber of Commerce being as successful as it is without this group of committed people. What I see is true volunteerism. They are everywhere, not only at chamber events, but of just community events, and the volunteerism and the effort and the hours, frankly, that these people put forward, to me, is incredible.
The Ambassador program is ideal for any business that really wants to grow their business, particularly if they're serving a broad spectrum of customers. Then they can meet the new business owners at every ribbon cutting.
And then we have different pillars. We have a government affairs and advocacy pillar. If that's important to you, you can get engaged there. We have workforce and education, and if that's your sweet spot, you can get engaged there. So I just think there's so many ways for you to promote your business and get engaged with the community with this Chamber of Commerce.
I stay engaged for networking. I stay engaged for the advocacy part. I stay engaged for the education part. I stay engaged because I feel like I can play an important role on the direction that the Chamber goes. If you join and do nothing, you'll get nothing. But if you join and you're active, you'll gain from that experience.
The Chamber also connects its members with elected officials who make the decisions impacting their businesses. The Chamber provides a platform for members to engage directly with lawmakers through the annual Day at the Capitol and its Community Matters and Eggs and Issues programming.
What makes our government and advocacy pillar unique, first of all, is that we have one. Many chambers, that's not something they even venture into. It could be because of the size of their Chamber of Commerce. It could be because their members don't find it important. We have a very engaged crowd here in Rochester and the surrounding area. We also have great legislators who like to engage with our members.
I think the effect of the Rochester Area Chamber of Commerce in helping to pass the DMC legislation was really a watershed moment. What you saw is really the advocacy side of the Rochester Area Chamber of Commerce. Days at the Capitol, interface with elected officials, pulling people together to really work for a cause. That was very impressive to me, and it's something that I'll always remember, and the Rochester community will benefit from for many years to come.
As we were moving DMC through legislation, the Chamber was a critical player in all of that. Businesses in general are so important to the movement of DMC and to the success of DMC. Any size business, large or small, all working together to create create a successful economic development initiative. So the Chamber, being a critical role in the downtown economy, in the downtown businesses, really helped us move DMC from start to finish.
And we can't do it alone. I think it's really important that we reach out to our surrounding communities and include them, again, and be thoughtful and deliberate about how we plan for Southeast Minnesota. We've got Destination Medical Center, Journey to Growth, two huge initiatives that will impact not just Rochester, but the surrounding communities as well.
My favorite event, hands down, has got to be Day at the Capitol, formerly known as Rochester on Tour at the Capitol. I've gone for everyone except the first one, and there is such an energy that you feel like you're working with other business professionals in the area to promote what's important to us.
Here you have people from all walks of life coming together under the Rochester banner, and I think the Rochester Area Chamber of Commerce instigating that and bringing that together is really important.
Without the Chamber there to help guide and direct, take us to the right people, make sure that the process is being followed the way it needs to be. It's pretty hard to work through that by yourself or just a small group of individuals. With over 1,400 members in Rochester in our chamber, if we're all focused on one thing, there's a pretty good chance it's going to happen.
Eggs and Issues is a great event because it brings local legislators to the membership. And members may not often get that opportunity to meet face-to-face with local legislators. It's a very intimate setting. We get 100 to 150 members, and we ask the questions that the members want answers to.
Eggs and Issues is the ideal event for anybody who wants to know something about government. The way government works, the way decisions are made or not made. You're going to be able to get a flavor for what goes on. You may not get the answer you want or you like, but at least you'll understand a little bit better how government works. You only get out of it what you put into it. And in order to have your voice heard, you need to bring your issue to the table. You need to show up at events and make your voice heard. The Chamber listens to all the viewpoints of the individual Chamber members.
So I think it's real important to keep our members on the cutting edge of the issues.
Transportation is absolutely a hot topic in Southeast Minnesota right now, and so I think that something that the Chamber does very well is stay engaged and abreast of what the hot topic and the hot button issues are in the community. And so for us, with transportation having been an increasingly large theme over the last couple of years, it's definitely provided opportunities for us to talk about areas of our expertise, and also through the transportation forums that the Chamber has done in the past, and the monthly committees that meet is a great way for Rochester City Lines to stay engaged.
Workforce development and education is where the Chamber and its foundation do their heaviest lifting through programs like Full Circle Classroom, STEM Summit, and Leadership Greater Rochester. The Chamber is working together with business leaders and Rochester's education institutions to foster an environment that will drive our economy forward.
The importance of workforce and education is that it is our #1 issue in this city currently. We have lack of a workforce. I just heard a statistic the other day. We have about 8,000 vacant jobs in Rochester proper. It is imperative that we get these jobs filled. This arm of our chamber, this pillar of our chamber, interacts with the colleges and the businesses, tries to make those connections so that we can fill those jobs.
I think one of the most beneficial things from the Chamber was the Leadership of Greater Rochester opportunity to be part of that 10-month class, to make the connections and the friendships, and to see Rochester in a new light, a light that you may have never seen before.
As a participant in last year's Leadership Greater Rochester class, I had some personal growth that I really can attribute to the Chamber and the opportunities that the Chamber gave me. What sets Leadership Greater Rochester apart is that it's really about you as a leader and what you have inside of you. And then, of course, you bring that back to your work. But I know personally that the community really benefited from our mini library program. We made such a great impact on the community, and because we made that impact, we were able to raise, a significant amount of money to go toward sustaining the program, and handing a check over to the public library for $34,000 to keep this program going. I think, to me I'm so proud of that.
Full Circle Classroom is a new program in our education and workforce pillar, and it's a way for us to bring educators to employers.
And it just, again, forms that partnership that would create that workforce that we need, whether it's a workforce that stays within Rochester or moves to some other place. That just helps Minnesota's economy as well. What I can see as a value is being able to see my students have that aha moment when a speaker comes in to help them understand a concept. We just need to build a workforce that is going to be well educated, and I think Full Circle helps us to do that.
I've been involved with the educational side of kind of representing the hospitality industry a lot. Once you get in on that, they say, oh, you'd be good on this committee, and had a hard time saying no. But it all is fun that it's leading up to the CTEC happening.
CTEC was a collaboration between a lot of people, the city, the Chamber of Commerce, K through 12, Rochester Public School System, RCTC, who supplied the space. And the concept is to prepare these children at an earlier age to be ready to engage and to assimilate into our workforce. Many jobs that we have available don't require a four-year degree. CTEC is the springboard to allow those students to go from that education platform directly into a job.
Through its Supplier Diversity Initiative, the Chamber is connecting members with the resources and opportunities they need to grow and succeed.
One of my initiatives last year was to bring like businesses together and to give them a platform. Over 800 of our businesses are businesses of 4 employees or less, and I thought it was important that those people had a voice, that they had access, and so we started an Emerging Entrepreneur Roundtable. It allows those people access to each other, it gives them a voice, but we also bring in guest speakers, mentors, perhaps people from the city, people that they may not typically have access to.
The diversity interest group is being targeted to minorities who want to have a unified minority business voice. I believe that groups like this are very important because they allow for representation, and it's representation that might otherwise not show up.
And lastly, we have now a nonprofit roundtable. We have over 400 nonprofits in Rochester. We have many of those in our Chamber of Commerce, and I felt very strongly that we needed to give them a platform.
We get together at the nonprofit roundtable to discuss ideas that might help us become more efficient as employers, to become more effective employers, but also to become better service providers in the community. So we have a common interest in the type of work that we're involved in, but we also share in common with for-profit businesses the fact that we're employers, and we try to use both at the nonprofit roundtable to create value.
To be a great community, we must be diverse and inclusive. And we have some great businesses in town that are women-owned businesses or minority-owned businesses, veteran-owned businesses, and we really need to make sure that they have a seat at the table and they have the same opportunities that all businesses do.
Programs like Supplier Diversity are important because it allows businesses with minority, women-owned, or veteran opportunity to have a chance at the table.
It makes people more aware of what is out there for them to sell their goods and services, and it also allows the people buying to know what is out there that they can purchase.
It's a great opportunity to find a different way that you can help grow your business, so I definitely recommend to start the process and find out how you can get certified.
But it's also ideal for the purchaser. It allows the purchaser to do business with groups that they know meet those certain qualifications for certification in supplier diversity. So it's a win-win situation. It raises all boats. Supplier diversity helps everybody.
The most visible source of renewed energy at the Chamber is its new office space. After undergoing a wall-to-wall transformation, the Chamber now has additional office space to accommodate a growing staff, upgraded amenities, and a spectacular new meeting space.
The Chamber was a bit old and tired, and it's a great building. It's located in a great space downtown. I want it to be a place where members can be proud to come, proud to bring people who they might refer to the Chamber of Commerce, and a space that they can use. The Jaguar Video Conference Center was made possible by Jaguar Communications, and we didn't have it in our budget, frankly, to have such a hub of technology. But Jaguar stepped up and said that they would provide that for our members.
Well, I think some of the benefits will be for the smaller businesses to have the technology available to them. The interactivity, Bluetooth capability, the mobile screens, smart TVs, remote conference capability, seating capacity for 40 and all new furniture, and probably most important, the state-of-the-art fiber optic, which is so much better than coax and copper.
It's going to be really important for all members to have access to that type of technology, and I think it's going to be one of the nicest conference rooms in the city.
Undeniably, there is a new energy at the Chamber. Members will tell you the importance of connecting through the Chamber. Just ask them.
The Rochester Area Chamber of Commerce is a convener. It brings people together, and that's probably the biggest benefit of the Chamber.
This chamber is one of the best. So you should be gung-ho chamber in just about any community, but when you have the best one, if you're not in, you're silly. Get in the game.
I believe the Chamber of Commerce is a critical component to the Rochester community. I think it's just one of the shining stars that we have in this community. I think the staff are top-notch. I think the work that they do are important and top-notch.
The staff at the Chamber are just fantastic. They work hard, they know the businesses, and they know the community as well.
Whether you want to network like I do, or whether you're looking for professional development, there's so many opportunities to expand your career, your knowledge, your business.
One thing that I focus a lot on is try to place myself in positions where I can have the most impact. So being a Chamber member thrust me in that environment.
One thing I would do is advocate for everyone to be a Chamber member. Some of the benefits of it are the things we've talked about with the advocacy, the education, being able to network and grow your business. That's all really, really good stuff. But also you're going to build relationships with people that you would have never had the chance to build before. You're going to meet people you've never had a chance to meet before. And all that adds to your business climate, adds to your personal life, and can make you a better professional.